Hey everybody, it's Christy with Oakhaven Creative Retreat. I'm standing out in front of our house. It was built by Colonel Hawkins in the 1870s, we think. And we bought this place in 2020 in the fall, right in the middle of the pandemic. And we fell in love with it the first time we saw it. It's the only property we looked at, and it was this one or nothing. And I was telling Neil, the first time that I stepped foot on this land, I knew it was special. So our plan is to create a place for people to come for workshops, for writing, for art, painting. I really want to work on plein air painting. And so we see this as a place for people to come and relax and share it with us. So I'd like to just give you a little bit of the history on the house. You can see that it has two wings on either side. And those two wings are the additions that were added later. We think probably 1930s, early 1940s when the Comer family purchased the property. But the original structure is the section with the porch. It looks like it's two-story, but it's actually one-story with a couple of basement areas. And the thing that makes this house special architecturally is that it has elaborate wrought iron scroll work on the porches. And that would have been a very unusual feature in the late 1800s because out here in rural areas, people didn't go to that kind of expense for a house like that. This home was built by Colonel Hiram Hawkins and his wife. And Colonel Hiram Hawkins moved here from Kentucky after the Civil War. And he and his wife quickly became adapted to life in Eufaula and became involved in the social activities and also political activities of Alabama. So Colonel Hawkins is probably best known for his unconventional farming techniques. And he became president of the Grange Association, and he also became a state senator. So he was very well renowned in this area and lived to be almost 90. And was known to ride his horses and take care of them himself up until his late 80s. He also started writing a book that took him about 3 years, but it was not completed. He died before he finished it. Unfortunately, I don't think that book exists in any form that I could find. But historically, this house just has a lot of importance. It's said that he used to have barbecues and give political speeches off this front porch. And if you can just have a look with me, this is down the driveway. You can see there's a couple of columns there, and then this long stretch with these little brick stepping stones. And it was said that the horse and buggies used to park down there, and then the visitors would walk up this lane up onto the brick walkway going into the house. Now we added the stairs and the belly band is what the builder called it, that area of brick around the base of the house, just to kind of shore it up because there was stucco there and it just didn't look quite finished. Just to give you a closer view of the porch and the front door. The front door is hand carved and it's original to the house. And you'll see the windows, which are really one of my favorite features on the porch, are really tall. I think they're probably 10 feet tall, maybe 9. And you can see by the movement of the glass that these are the original water glass panes. I call them water glass. I did stained glass, and that's just what it reminds me of. But it's wavy glass, actually. So you can see the molding. It's a little bit dirty. And I'll show you the door itself. We had the door restored, and you can see that it's hand carved. It's a beautiful color. And I love these old screen doors too. here's the view from the front porch. It's February here, so everything looks kind of bare except for these bushes we have all around the house, and they're called camellia bushes, and evidently they're one of the old type flowers found around here. Flowers and shrubs. They're not used that much anymore, but what we love about it is that they bloom. You can't see many of them now, but they do bloom in the winter. So you get these beautiful flowers. Here's some red ones and pink ones there. But you get these beautiful flowers year round. And if you see how large this is, I'll stand here beside it. This is a huge bush. It's been here for many decades. And the flowers are just so pretty. You can see some of the blooms. But I hope you get a sense for the energy of the place. It's very peaceful and quiet here. And I love the house. At first, I'll admit, I was a little bit worried about the house being haunted, just a little bit, because the construction workers always had stories to tell about hearing things and footsteps and such. But the house is very peaceful and has a wonderful feel to it. And we love living here. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. Thanks. Bye.